Hello, Nick Perkins here from DHF Compliance and Training with another short guidance video for you. This time the subject is CE marking and the transition to UKCA marking in GB for automated gates and barriers from 2022 onwards. New systems in England, Scotland and Wales will need to be UKCA marked from 2022 onwards. CE marking will no longer be recognised in GB. In Northern Ireland, CE marking will continue, and some CE marked product will continue to be circulating on the GB market where it comes in from Northern Ireland. This is due to the Northern Ireland Protocol. The protocol is intended to avoid a hard border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, and also to ensure that Northern Ireland businesses have unfettered or unrestricted access to the GB market. So CE marking will continue in Northern Ireland. UKCA will not be recognised there. Products from GB will need to be CE marked. CE marked products from Northern Ireland, however, will continue to be acceptable in GB markets, and these will be the only CE marked products that can circulate on GB markets from 2022 onwards. There's another marking associated with Brexit that is causing some confusion, I find, and that is the CE plus UK NI mark. This is only used when the product is CE marked under certification from a UK certification body. Well, as certification is not required for automated gates and barriers, this is not any relevance to the gate and barrier market. You will perhaps find CE plus UK NI on certified products. These might include things like fire resisting doors. Not only does the marking need to change, but also references to the appropriate legislation on supporting documentation needs to change as well. So for CE marked products, we will continue to use references to the EU directives, but for UKCA marked products, the references will need to be the relevant UK regulations as opposed to the EU directives. So that will be the Supply of Machinery Safety Regs 2008 and the EMC Regulations 2016 and the Radio Equipment Regulations 2017. The meaning and effect are identical though. There's no change to the requirements. It is simply the references used on documentation. So here we have the Declaration of Conformity that's required to support the marking, and for CE marked products we continue to use references to EU directives, but for UKCA marked products in GB, the Declaration of Conformity will need to refer to the appropriate UK regulations. And the same applies for the CE or UKCA plate. So for CE marked products in Ireland, and for products coming to GB from Northern Ireland, the CE plate will bear a reference to the Machinery Directive, that's MD 2006/42EC, but for a UKCA marked product, the UKCA plate will bear a reference to the Supply of Machinery Safety Regulations 2008. All other information on the CE plate will remain the same: manufacturer's name and address, product reference and year of manufacture, the same in both cases. It is possible to put the CE and UKCA mark on the same product, but where this is done, that hurts to be done in a way that will not create any chance of confusion. So our advice to manufacturers who are planning to do this would be to put two completely separate plates on. Component suppliers will also need to make changes, and they will need to change to UKCA by 2022. They also need to provide modified DOIs and DOC using UK legislation references where the product is UKCA marked. For Ireland, and our products come into GB from Northern Ireland, and will continue with CE marking as usual. And just a slight clarification there for GB installation companies: if you have old stock CE marked components on the shelf in 2022, they can still continue to be used in UKCA marked systems. Okay, so if you're installing new systems and you have old stock on your shelves of components that are CE marked, you will still be able to use those components in UKCA marked systems in GB. All other legal documentation will remain unchanged. The applicable UK regulations are in essence copies of European directives. Hence, the meaning and effect won't change. So an installation manual will still need to go to the installation company if you supply complete systems on a supply-only basis. You will still need to provide an operation and maintenance manual. This will need to go to the client and contain user warnings, user instructions, maintenance instructions, and disposal instructions. You will still need to provide the DOC, as explained in the previous slides, and you will still need to retain a technical file. Just be aware, if you are a Northern Ireland manufacturer and you supply to GB, your GB importer will need access to your technical file should the GB authorities require it. Okay, so that's the subject covered. You can gain further guidance or reminders of the information within this video by downloading a copy of the DHF TS11 or TS12 legal supplement. And this is a document that we issued at the point of Brexit, and it contains the legislation changes. And if you download a copy for free, no problem. Go to dhfonline.org.uk, click on publications, and click on technical specifications. Scroll down to gates and barriers, and you'll see the document here available for download. If you have any more technical inquiries that you need answering on this subject, you can send an email to technical@dhfonline.org.uk, where we will endeavour to answer your questions. Please be aware you will not get an immediate response always, but we should get a reply to you within 2 or 3 days. Okay, well, thank you very much for listening, and we'll perhaps see you in future DHF guidance videos.